Notorious sports critic Brent Reed, we coming at you right now to give you a lot of updates, and some big things happen on this Friday night. Let's start with college football, shall we? Alabama took care of Oklahoma 34-24. Oklahoma started out basically in control of the game completely. The second half was all Bama. Bama's defense that's been kind of suspect all year, well, it showed up and it showed out in that second half, basically eliminating Oklahoma, moving on to face Indiana in the next round. We'll cover what the games on Saturday are going to look like. But there was another big event that happened today. Boxing. Jake Paul took on Anthony Joshua, former world heavyweight champion in boxing. And it was I'm not going to lie, I tuned in late because I watched the football game. Also may have had some Christmas movie time with the wife. But I took a look at the fight. I picked it up in the third round, and it was sloppy. Jake Paul kept falling on the ground. Wasn't 100% sure. You know, it's always rumored in the windows, but if you watch Anthony Joshua, he looked very frustrated, couldn't find his rhythm. Finally, after a stoppage, after Jake Paul had literally fell to the ground for like the 9th time, the referee pulled him aside and said, "This is not what the fans paid for. Lock him up, knuckle up, and let's go." And once that happened, you saw Anthony Joshua take over. You saw his boxing abilities to control it, and Jake Paul could not stop it. Jake Paul tried to fake like it wasn't hurting him, but it was a knockout basically in the 6th round that took care of Jake Paul, giving him his second professional loss and showing that when he faced a real, actual, bona fide, solidified fighter, well, it was just too much for him. So, Jake Paul, you lost to a real fighter. Go back to fighting celebrity fighters or garbage man or whatever you do, or maybe take your talents to AEW since your brothers conquered WWE. Let's get back to the football, shall we? On Saturday, December 20th, there's games. The early game is going to be Miami taking on Texas A&M, and then you're going to get later in the day, you're going to receive Tulane take on Ole Miss, and then you're going to see JMU, James Madison, take on Oregon. We'll see how that plays out and who moves on from there. Tomorrow night, we'll recap what happened in these games, and then we'll move on to the next round. Subscribe and like Downray Sports on all social media platforms. Check out and download the podcast at Spotify. As always,